Hello, hello. Jane Hamill here. Hey, everyone. Let's dive in and talk about what you're going to do when you start feeling behind in your business. Because that just unease and that sense of feeling like I'm not doing enough, I'm not getting there fast enough, I must be behind. What am I doing wrong? All of this just kills our productivity. And I experienced it this week. I talked to my advisors, my colleagues, my business coach, and I figured out what was going on, and it's helped me a lot. So I want to help you. But first, I want to announce something super cool. I'm so excited to tell you this. I have completely updated one of my best selling workshops, and this one's for startups. This is a workshop that's all about how do I collect a group of people who are going to buy from me even when I'm not ready to sell? So how can I build this following of fans based on a product I don't have yet or a service I don't have yet? It doesn't really matter what product it is. So all brand new, or I shouldn't say all brand new, but all updated, build a following before you're even ready to sell workshop is happening, and it's going to be happening live. Depending when you listen to it, you can get the live version or you can listen to the recordings. But the cool thing is this: I'm teaching it in two parts. And the whole point is that you don't launch to nobody, that you get sales or pre sales for whatever it is you want to sell. Some of you, it's a physical product. One of my clients is pivoting. She wants to launch a podcast, like whatever it is. The moment you say, hey guys, you can go get this, you want people who go run and get it and give you money. That's what this is all about, building a following that knows you, likes you, trusts you, and will buy from you whenever you're ready to sell. So, I'm really impressed. Tons of people have been joining. I'm super excited about it. And you can get it on it at janehammill.com, JaneHamill.com/following. Okay. And I am teaching it live. In the first half, we're going to do the teaching part. The second half of the session is going to be execution and Q&A. So my whole goal is that you're going to do the things during the workshop. Instead of just learning and then going off to do stuff and having questions and getting stuck, you're going to get me. You're going to get me to ask questions too. Or you'll be able to listen to other people's questions, things you didn't even know you were supposed to ask. Okay. So I'm teaching it in two parts, 1 week apart, part one and then part two. And both of them have time for learning, time for implementation and questions. Super fun. JaneHamill.com/following. By the way, if you already have a business and you want to build a bigger following, it's good for you too. Lots of people ask lots of questions. You can read that page, see all the questions, everything that you get, what we're teaching. It's a game changer. One of my students who took this, she took it a couple years ago. I didn't know her. She took the class. She emailed me and she's like, "Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. I sold 60 units in the first 2 days of her launch." That's amazing. Would you be happy with that? If you're a newbie or you have friends who are just starting and you sold 60 units in the first 2 days that you launched your very first product, how happy would you be? She was pretty psyched. I'm pretty damn psyched for her. So let's talk about feeling behind in your business because, oh, the struggle is real. I'm not different than you guys. I've had some great success. And yeah, I've been in Entrepreneur Magazine and on CNN and NPR, and it's cool, right? It's cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. I've had some great success, but I'm no different than you. And I struggle with the same things that you do, right? I might be like a little bit ahead, but that doesn't mean I'm not going through the stuff, right? So I really had this just deep feeling, this underlying tension and stress of like, I couldn't even describe it. And then when I finally talked to my coach, I was like, I just feel like I'm behind. And he said, well, tell me about that. What are you behind on? And I was like, I'm behind on things I'm making up in my head. When he finally asked that question, I was like, what? I don't know what I'm behind on. I'm just behind. I should be farther along by now. Right. And I have 30, 90, 60, and 90-day goals. Okay. And I went back and I looked at my 30-day goals. And I had a certain number of units that I wanted to sell in this new program, this updated program, the Build a Following 2.0. And in the first week, I've reached half my goal. And so in 30 days, I want to have sold a certain number. I'm already halfway there in the first week. So, what in the actual F is going through my brain that's making me feel behind? And I realized what happened. It's really crazy. But as entrepreneurs, we have the crazy brain, and we will always complicate the F out of things if we get a chance to, right? So I set this 30-day goal, and I just had huge anxiety about it. Then I check and I say, okay, I'm halfway there. So what's going on? So what I did was then I decided I wanted more. I wanted, I first of all wanted more. And I also said, I'm probably not going to get it because there was a special offer in the beginning. And now, yeah, I'll have a bonus, but it's not the same price. And I have all these reasons I wasn't going to meet my goal. Plus, I upped the goal since the first half of the goal came easily. So I changed the rules halfway through trying to reach my goal. I did it, I guess, so I could just create brain drama and anxiety of feeling behind for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And I didn't even notice I was doing it. I just thought I was like working hard. And so I caught myself. I realized I need to stick with the original goal. I set a goal of a number of units I want to sell. The end. Right? Why am I going in and updating the goal so I can get more drama in my brain? It's like I'm desperate for anxiety and drama. And I know I work with clients, I work with you guys, you do the same thing. All right? You do. Everything's going fine. And then you're like, okay, that worked. So now what else should I worry about? And we just replace it with something new. So I realized I had a goal. I'm already halfway there. I have 3 weeks to go. I calmed the heck down and I became productive again. Because as my coach describes it, when you're feeling behind, it's like you need to take a hike and you need to climb this mountain, right? And you put on a 300-pound backpack. And yeah, you can still climb the mountain. You can still get there, but it's a hella lot harder. Whereas if you don't have the like, oh, I'm behind, and you take off the backpack and then you just climb up the hill, it's not that big a deal. So it's really interesting. But what happens is when you get in the mode of feeling behind, your brain goes into kind of like a little panic or fear mode. And then what happens is you start to second guess your goal, right? And so part of the thing is that you have to remember a couple things. One is there's a time to act and there's a time to think and plan. If I've gone through the thinking and planning process and I've set my plan, this is my 30-day goal, this is my 60-day goal, this is my 90-day goal. The end. I'm doing that at a time and a place when I'm calm, when I'm rational, when I'm feeling in confidence, when I'm writing goals that make sense to me. And then a couple days later, I go to act on these things and I start to get all crazy and I second guess my decisions, right? My thoughts just run wild. I wasn't managing my brain. My inner toddler brain went wild and was like, I want a cookie right now. So the time that you plan and think, you are acting in your best interest. You are calm and you got your shit together. Once you start to act, you have to manage the crazy brain that's going to want to change the plan, that's gonna want to tell you all kinds of reasons it's not gonna work, and that's gonna want to come up with a new, better plan, right? If there is no data to show you why your plan is flawed, and it's just because you think you might want to try this, then stop doing that, okay? You can't get into action and rethink your plan at the same time. That's when we start to go cuckoo and we create all of this drama and our productivity tanks because we feel behind and we got the big old backpack and everything is harder and we start watching Netflix. Okay. So for those of you who are asking, because some of you are right now, but Jane, what if you really are behind? What if you actually did have goals and they were logical? And let's say I looked at my plan and I was 3 weeks in and I only had a week to go and I only had half the goal done. Then what? Well, then you say to yourself, oh, it looks like I'm going to get the other half of this goal done in the next 7 days. Look at that. Let's giddy up. It's going to be a in the back 25% when the rest of this happens. Right? It is what it is. You don't head out on a road trip and say, Oh, I started 2 hours late. So let me just stop. Let me just not do anything. No, you just say, all right, let's go. Let's maybe not stop for lunch and we'll make up time. Right. So honestly, there's no reason to feel behind unless you have actual proof. Like, show me the proof of what makes it behind. Because if you're feeling behind, your productivity just completely tanks. And there's a time to think and there's a time to execute and act. So let me give an example of the two ways. Okay. And obviously I was, one of these entrepreneurs this week, not the one I wanted to be. But let's say there's two entrepreneurs, okay? You both make a plan. You have a 30-day plan and you have a goal and you want to get there. Boom, let's go. You're both excited. You have this plan, you write it down, you feel good. Step one, done. Check. Boom. Step two, entrepreneur number one says, oh, yeah, step one was awesome. But you know what? Maybe step two, now that I'm here and thinking about it, maybe I should change it. Yeah, it should be more like this. Or you know what? Wait, maybe. Hold on, stop. Maybe it should be more like the original plan. Actually, yeah, let me go back to that. Let me go back to that. It's fine as it is. Or like, you know what? Maybe, gosh, I'm not sure which plan is better. Maybe I should just do some more research. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm not going to act on this yet for step two. I'm just going to research more, and maybe I'm going to reach out to couple of my buddies and ask. Or maybe, yes, here's a great idea. Maybe I'll post in a free Facebook group. Yeah, let me ask some other people who don't know what the heck they're doing and see what their advice is. Right? I'll just post in random groups to be like, what do you guys think I should do? And then what happens? Nothing. I'm still on step two. I'm in confusion. I'm rethinking my plan. My productivity sucks and I'm feeling behind because I've talked myself into it. How about number two? Scenario with entrepreneur number two. All right. She makes a plan. Same as number one. Woohoo, let's go. All excited. Step one, let's do it. Done. Yeah, yes. Step two, well, the crazy brain kicks in for her too. Yeah, maybe I should change this plan. Wait, this there might be a better plan. Like, why did I decide this? Now that I'm looking at it, maybe I should switch it. You know what? No, I made that plan when I was thinking clearly. There's a time to think, there's a time to act. Let me not overthink this shizzle. Let me honor my decision. Let me honor my decision. I made a decision. I laid out the goal. Let's go. Let's do step two. Let's go. Boom. Stop thinking about it. Step three, let's go. Step four, let's go. Boom. I completed the plan. See the difference? You don't get to change your plan once you start your plan. That's the thing. We all think, oh, maybe this isn't perfect. Maybe I can make it better. Maybe I should change the plan. Maybe I should double what I wanted to do. No, 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 and no. That's how you end up feeling behind. That's how you end up putting on that ginormous backpack just to get up a small hill. Not a big deal. But we make it a big deal. We add drama for no logical reason because we are human people. And that's what we do. And entrepreneurs, we do it even more. All right. See how that works? It's there's simply no reason to feel behind. Check your plan, honor your plan, adjust your plan if you need it, but not when you're in panic mode. And then as you start to act, there's just a brain adjustment. Oh, this is how this is going to go. I'm just going to do the steps. There's a time to think, there's a time to act. Don't overthink, just get busy and do it. No biggie, no drama. Extreme productivity continues. See how that works? All right, I'd love to know what's going on with you. How's your business going? What are you up to? Head back to the blog and leave me a comment. Go to janehamel.com/feeling behind. Ain't nobody want to feel behind, and you don't need to. And if you actually have a plan that you're honoring and you're behind, then you just know you need to work harder or smarter to get it done, right? It's possible. It's all possible. Maybe you outsource, delegate, all the things. Throw a little money at the problem. Stop doing everything yourself. All the things. And if you want to build a following for your brand, whether it's your first product or your 101st product, I don't care. You're all welcome to join How to Build a Following Before You're Even Ready to Sell. You'll find it at janehamel.com/feeling following. This is the 2.0 version, and I'm pumped because it's good and you're going to learn a lot. And I know the results from selling it over the last 5 years have been great. This is the third time I think I've really updated it, and it rocks. Take care, guys. I'll see you in class. Bye.